creatures' souls. Your demons live here. Braun Strowman.
We're gonna go to war with Hell in a Cell.
Roman Reigns.
If you want me to go to hell, I'm taking you with me.
A Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Samoa Joe crossed the line.
Hey, Wendy, I'll be your new daddy.
And now AJ is snapped. You can only drive a man so far. I'm gonna rip his heart out.
I do it for the glory. Two of the most gifted athletes on the planet Earth, doing everything in their power for the right to be called champion.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Oh my God! Alexa Bliss has to tap out. Ronda Rousey's done it. Congratulations to the baddest woman on the planet.
You wanted to break my arm so you couldn't face me again, but luckily, I am invoking my championship rematch clause, and nothing's gonna save you from the beatdown I'm gonna give you at Hell in a Cell. I'm taking my title back.
It's time to get rowdy.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. And I beat Daniel Bryan. Coward. I am going to expose you for what you really are. And at Hell in a Cell, you and I are in a match. But it's not just the two of us.
I do it for the
It's going to be a mixed tag match. The two of you against the two of us.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Becky Lynch thinks that she deserves this title. You don't deserve anything that you don't win.
SummerSlam was supposed to be about me. Charlotte stole the match from me. I knew in that moment that I was going to rip her head off.
Oh, Becky Lynch, your best friend. Was the best friend.
I deserve to be champion.
Becky's gonna get what's coming to her.
This is about supremacy. This is about the SmackDown Women's Championship.
As always. And now, WWE Network presents Hell in a Cell Kickoff.
The WWE Universe has shown up in a major way in the Lone Star State. We are sold out tonight here in San Antonio. The site, the AT&T Center, and every single fan filing in tonight knows that lives will change forever because of that right there. The most diabolical structure the WWE has to offer. It's simply known as Hell in a Cell. Let's work you down here. Welcome to the Hell in a Cell Kickoff Show. I am the coach, and I tell you what, tonight, in less than 60 minutes, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, WWE Network, certainly lives will change forever. It's all about Hell in a Cell, one of the most unique pay-per-views of the entire year. Let's meet our cast of characters. David Otunga will join us a little bit later, but first, to my left, he is a Hall of Famer. He is Booker T. What's up, Booker?
Hey, man, I'm here, man. I mean, what better place to be? San Antonio, Texas, Hell in a Cell. I predict that we will see something special tonight.
And a woman that's put in so much work here tonight for her side of things, SmackDown General Manager Paige.
Yes, welcome to the Paige era, baby. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me, you guys. I'm very excited for Hell in a Cell tonight. I know the SmackDown team are absolutely going to kill it.
And all the way on the end over there from Hot 97 and ESPN, Peter Rosenberg. What's up, man?
Guys, I'm not a Hall of Famer. I'm just a fan who can't believe I'm here for another Hell in a Cell. If you're a fan of the WWE, you circle it on the calendar every year. I cannot wait.
Booker, let's start with you because you've been around for so many of these particular nights. What goes through your mind when you think of what these superstars are going to go through tonight?
Now, I tell you, I got a tea time at 9 a.m. in the morning. I feel good when I wake up every day. And the reason why, I was never inside Hell in a Cell. This match right here, it would change your life in more than one way. It could catapult you to be a superstar. It could catapult you to be one of those guys they're talking about in the annals of time. But as well, it could take years off of your career.
And that's what lets you know how crazy someone like Jeff Hardy is, because Jeff Hardy cannot wait to get inside the cell. He's promising he's going to do something special tonight. That's what I'm freaked out about. What is Jeff Hardy going to do in that cell?
And as far as the women are concerned, there's a lot of emotions on both sides for the Raw and SmackDown Live women.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Raw has some amazing, amazing matches. But again, the women of SmackDown and the male of SmackDown, they're absolutely going to, like, they're going to beat everyone. They're going to be absolutely incredible.
All right, let's jump right in. A reminder that Hell in a Cell is live tonight on the WWE Network. If you haven't signed up yet, it's very, very simple. Go over to WWENetwork.com and sign up. It is free, absolutely free for new subscribers. It is that easy. And tonight, what a list of matches we have for you. Let's start with the WWE Championship. Over 300 days, AJ Styles has been the champion. Will that title reign in tonight? Samoa Joe has been in AJ Styles' head for sure.
And over on the Raw brand, we have Alexa Bliss looking to reclaim her Raw Women's Championship against the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey.
These two men right here have met inside the squared circle before, but this time is inside Hell in a Cell. The Enigma, Jeff Hardy, takes on the Viper, Randy Orton.
See, this is what it's all about. Former best friends, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. The hate is now real. Charlotte Flair defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Becky Lynch.
And Peter, what about the Raw Tag Team titles? Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose will challenge the champs, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. And take a look at that graphic. The only man without gold is Ambrose. That could change in a matter of hours right here in San Antonio.
And coming over to the blue brand, a match I'm very excited about, a highly personal rivalry taking place tonight with Daniel Bryan teaming up with his wife, Brie Bella, against The Miz and his wife, Maryse.
Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman goes one-on-one inside Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship with special guest, the hardcore legend himself, Mick Foley.
Yeah, it has been 20 years since that iconic moment, that iconic night that Mick Foley went off the top of Hell in a Cell. A reminder, it's all streaming live tonight on the WWE Network. But just a little added bonus, if you sign up right now for new subscribers, you will also receive the Super Showdown in less than 3 weeks down in Melbourne, Australia. Triple H and The Undertaker, last time ever. Switching gears now. For Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, they have risen to stardom together, becoming close friends along the way. But they headed into SummerSlam, well, they wanted the exact same thing. They headed in as friends, competitors, but they certainly didn't leave that way.
It is all about the SmackDown Women's Championship. For Becky Lynch, this is her chance. Not only will she have to go through the champion, she will also have to dispatch her best friend, Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch now into the disarm her. Becky can taste the victory. Natural selection. Charlotte Flair is champion. You can't help feel for Becky Lynch. Charlotte just took advantage. Oh, Becky! Lynch, your best friend! Was the best friend.
Charlotte had stolen my spotlight, my opportunity for the last time. My so-called best friend had been holding me back.
Charlotte sent it to the barricade.
There is pure disdain in the eyes of Becky Lynch.
I deserve to be standing here as the women's champion because I say that I'm the best. And there is not a woman on this roster that can tell me different.
You are nothing but entitled.
Entitled? You bet your ass I'm entitled. You stole my moment.
We were best friends.
and you were holding me back.
You're gonna get your wish. It's gonna be you versus me at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And the Queen will continue her reign.
Becky Lynch!
Becky Lynch thinks that she deserves this title. You don't deserve anything that you don't win.
I'm done playing. From now on, I'm taking.
Oh my God! It's a member of the WWE Universe! No, it's not! Another blindside attack from Becky Lynch.
Come Hell in a Cell. I'm taking my title back. That title's coming home with me.
We were best friends.
Boy, I tell you what, the last month has been incredibly polarizing. These two were fan favorites. These fans don't know what to think. This has all happened, Paige, on your watch. What do you make of the last month?
Seriously, it gives me goosebumps just watching that back. Like, this is the real straight fire that Becky needed. Absolutely. I've never seen this side of Becky. I've known her since I was 13 years old, and I've never seen this side. So she's going to give Charlotte a match of a lifetime tonight. Absolutely.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Becky's always been amazing, but ever since she became the first SmackDown Women's Champion, she's sort of been floating for a while, and it's like she needed this to put a battery in her back. This is a different side of Becky. She looks dangerous.
Yeah, Charlotte, I'm sure she knows to be the best, you got to beat the best. And right now, she's got a hell of a matchup tonight with Becky Lynch. Look at Charlotte's career, man. I mean, she started 2013 in a match, 6 titles in that short amount of time. She's good. She's real good, but tonight, she's going to have to be boy Vic. That's just the way I see
it. All comes to a head tonight. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line here at Hell in a Cell in San Antonio. Let's stay with the SmackDown Live brand, because when you talk about The Miz and Daniel Bryan, what a rivalry this has turned out to be. But now you've got the wives involved. Last Tuesday, guys, The Miz put his hands on Brie Bella.
Hey, man, it was wrong. But this goes back a long way. This is a heated rivalry. Started all the way back in NXT, and Daniel Bryan has come into his own. He's a man now, and tonight he's going to have to go out there and prove it, as well as he's going to have a little bit of backup in his corner. I love it. I like the matchup.
This was already blood. I mean, there is anger here, but now when families are involved, when a man in any way gets his hands on your wife, no, this is different now. This chapter between The Miz and Daniel Bryan is an interesting one. I'm very curious about what happens tonight.
And Paige, you have to believe that for Brie Bella, she wanted to come back and get into the physicality. But what about Maryse? She's been at home having a baby, filming a reality show, and she is now back in the mix tonight competing. What do you think her mindset is?
Oh my goodness. It took her 5 months to get back in ring shape. Can you believe it? These women, they're absolutely fantastic. But welcome to the SmackDown brand, my friends. Chaos, complete chaos all the time. But I'm pretty sure that there's a bunch of stuff going through her head. Her and Brie haven't been in the ring together apart from the singles they just had for over 8 years.
Come on, it's like riding a bicycle, man. Serena Williams almost came back and pulled off the U.S. Open, and man, that close. So she's coming back, getting in action. Like I say, I'm loving it. I'm thinking about my queen right now, Sharmell.
You want to get back in the mix? Y'all ready?
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
To SmackDown?
You never know.
Well, let's be clear. I don't think anybody wants that.
No one wants Booker back.
No.
But Sharmell?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, here's the thing. It's pretty clear that for Daniel Bryan, the best way to get under his skin is to go after his wife. And who can forget at SummerSlam how The Miz was able to win? Maryse was involved from the front row. We can't forget that.
That's a very, very good point. Everyone's involved now. That's what makes this so interesting. And remember, this is one of the longest rivalries in WWE. If you're a Daniel Bryan fan, like everybody is, this is what you've been waiting for. And now we have yet another chapter. And I'm just curious, will Daniel Bryan's emotions get the best of him?
I was thinking about that.
Because when your wife's standing right there tagging with you, it's a different game. Now family's involved.
As well as coming off SummerSlam, he's going to have a whole lot of emotion going into this match. And that right there could play against him, as well as just the years and years of pent-up frustration wanting to get. I just want to get my hands around this man's neck. That right there could run you into something that you really don't want to run into.
Well, when it comes to The Miz, don't we all just want to get our hands around his neck?
That's right. All right, quickly, let's have our predictions. Peter, let's start with you.
I'm going Daniel Bryan. I'm going with the Bryans.
All right.
I'm going with The Miz. The guy's had a hell of a year.
Oh, it's tricky. It's tricky. I'll probably go for Daniel Bryan and Brie, though.
Well, I'm going to go with The Miz and Maurice. So I think their year has been too good, too much momentum, too much of all of that in order for them not to be victorious tonight. We do have action before we get to the pay-per-view tonight, and that's here on the Kickoff Show. And how about this? I mean, you talk about the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line, the New Day. They have been on a roll, but so has Rusev Day. Will we see titles change hands before 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on the WWE Network? Here's Charlie Caruso for the Raw side.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now, the two men competing tonight against Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre for the Raw Tag Team Championships, Dean Ambrose and the Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins. Gentlemen, tonight, you know, we're seeing a lot of things come to fruition over the course of the past few weeks. Ever since SummerSlam, there has been a chaotic battle for supremacy on Raw. It's been between The Shield, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. So the question is tonight, if you do win the Raw Tag Team Championships, how will the balance of power change?
Nothing changes. And when Ziggler and McIntyre walk out of this building tonight without the championships, they're going to realize, well, they never had the power to begin with.
Charles, there's a very good chance that by the end of the night tonight, the Shield could hold all the men's championships on Raw. Now, that is a heavy load to carry indeed. But there is a reason that we call ourselves the workhorses on Monday Night Raw. And tonight, it's just another chance to prove it.
You ready to play?
Welcome to the evolution.
WWE Champions. Download now for free.
This sold-out crowd continues to file in here to the AT&T Center in San Antonio. We are sold out tonight. It's all because of this, that ominous Hell in a Cell hanging high above the ring. For years, Jeff Hardy has dreamed of being part of a Hell in a Cell match. However, the last several weeks, Randy Orton has made Jeff Hardy's life a nightmare. But tonight, there will be no jumping from behind, no surprises, no. They will both be locked, inside that Hell in a Cell.
From the top turnbuckle, Swanton Bomb! It's over for the United States title. Randy Orton is here. You want to know why I'm doing this? You want to know why?
I promised I would make everyone squirm. I promised my actions would not be for the faint of heart.
You people want to know why I did what I did? Look in the mirror. I did it because of you. You have a connection with these people?
I promised I would erase your heroes and destroy your idols. And it will make me smile.
Randy Orton, you're going to hell. And I'm coming with you inside Hell in a Cell.
For the first time ever, I will be locked inside, but it will not contain me. It will set me free.
What I do to Jeff Hardy will be sickening. It'll be perverse. It'll make you gasp. It'll make you gag. It will keep you up at night.
And in the end,
inside Hell in a Cell,
Randy Orton's obsession,
I will erase Jeff Hardy.
Will be his own destruction.
For good.
If there were ever two mindsets that were made for Hell in a Cell, certainly it's Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Let's welcome to the panel now David Otunga. Quickly, what do you make of what's happened the last month between these two?
Oh, man, I just got to say this. Randy Orton has started to tap back into this dark place that he goes to. I mean, how uncomfortable is that, watching him stick his finger up through Jeff's earlobe?
It is the worst.
I cringe every time. Yeah, every single time.
Well,
but it just goes to show the lengths Orton is willing to go to.
SmackDown General Manager Paige is with us here in the entire hour, and I know you've had to live through this, but you also right now have some breaking news for us.
I do have some breaking news. So the Viper, Randy Orton, and Jeff Hardy will open the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view tonight.
Wow.
So excited.
Great.
And
yes.
this is perfect, because this is what I've been waiting for most. This is what Jeff Hardy's dreamed about. And WWE is the best for many reasons, but my favorite thing is you never know when someone's going to come back. We didn't know we'd get the Hardys again.
That's right.
We didn't know we'd get Jeff Hardy, and now we're getting Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, two first ballot Hall of Famers in a cell tonight. This steals the show.
But this is Hardy's first time in a cell, and he said he wanted to come back to compete in Hell in a Cell. That was like on his bucket list.
But there are so many things that Jeff Hardy has done over the years that when we get done watching, we're like, oh, wow, how was he able to do that? If there was ever a guy that was wired to be inside of that, it's Jeff Hardy.
Oh, I couldn't agree more with that. I couldn't. He's crazy. He's crazy.
But that's why they call him an enigma.
Exactly.
He's like
Jeff
a puzzle. You can't figure him out.
Jeff has promised that he's going to do something crazy tonight. I'm excited and a little scared to watch the Hardy Orton
Again,
match.
welcome to SmackDown.
But wait a minute. From Randy Orton's perspective, okay, think about that. How do you prepare for crazy?
I don't know. I mean, apparently go crazy yourself, because when you're sticking your finger in a dude's ear over and over again, I think you've already lost it. But you're right. No one's ever been more of a risk taker than Jeff Hardy. I mean, him and Shane McMahon, right? These are the guys who you truly never know what they're willing to do. So I don't know how you prepare for crazy in that regard.
And you can't forget, this is Jeff Hardy's first time inside Hell of a Cell. So he's never felt the structure. So he kind of doesn't have fear of it. Randy Orton's been inside. He appreciates the structure.
That's a great point.
And how rough it is on him.
I like the fact that we don't have to wait, thank you, Paige, to see this match. Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, breaking news just moments ago, will kick off Hell in a Cell tonight, 7 Eastern, streaming live on the WWE Network. How about this one? AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, WWE title on the line. It's been over 300 days. The AJ has successfully been the WWE champion. But earlier this summer, shows up Samoa Joe. Joe has not and will not stop until AJ is an emotional mess and his head simply isn't in the game.
Gather round, everyone, and quiet down. I'm going to read you a bedtime story. Tonight, I have just a tale to send you off to dreamland. It has a hero and a villain, but don't worry, this one has a happy ending. It's called Night Night AJ by Samoa Joe. There once was a man who lived in a house that he built for his kids and his spouse. He defended his house against one, against all. He started to believe he was 10 feet tall.
SmackDown Live is the house that AJ Styles built.
His head in the clouds, so high above all, he'd forgotten his family. Not even a call. Until from the West, a man had appeared. A submission machine all warriors revered.
What the hell is happening? It was an ambush. Samoa Joe trying to put the WWE champion to sleep. Styles is out cold.
In the midst of his journey, he heard haunting cries. He learned of the house of broken promises and lies. The child, she was frightened. The wife was distraught. They hoped and they prayed a humbling lesson would be taught. The situation was horrible, terribly bad. The warrior had a solution. Become their new dad.
Hey, Wendy, I made you a promise. Daddy was coming home. It looks like he's not, but I'll be your new daddy.
The arrogant fool from the house he'd expel with battle lines drawn at Hell in a Cell. To emerge victorious, it would not take much. A snatch and a grab and a coquina clutch. The lights they were dimming, his ego no more. The arrogant fool asleep on the floor. A new champion stood as man of the house, and the 10-foot-tall man was now small as a mouse. The hero had conquered and saved the day. Good night, Wendy, and little Annie, and night-night, AJ. The end.
Is there a superstar in the world today that makes you more on edge when he talks that way, he walks that way, he acts that way, and then all of a sudden AJ Styles understands he has to defend his WWE Championship tonight in San Antonio? David, let's start with you. When you hear that voice, where does it take your mind to?
I mean, it's not even so much the voice. I mean, I have to come back to this. You got to be careful talking about a man's family. I mean, as you know, Eminem said the reason that he dissed MGK was because MGK mentioned his daughter.
Just mentioned.
Joe has gone in on AJ's family. One of the things I like about AJ Styles is he's a good dad. We always talk about our kids backstage. My question is has Joe gone too far involving AJ's family? Is this going to backfire on him?
And same thing we talked about earlier about Daniel Bryan and getting overly emotional. Let's not forget at SummerSlam, AJ got overly emotional.
Right, and recently, just on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago, I had to physically run out myself because AJ emotions got the better of him when it came to Joe. So I don't know where this match is going to go tonight, but
an interesting way to look at this is AJ fighting tonight to retain his title, or is he fighting to get retribution for his family's honor?
Great point.
Those are two different things.
If you get too caught up defending your family, you might just end up messing up and losing that title.
And if it comes down to one or the other, which will he choose?
Isn't that where the head games come in, which is the brilliance of what Samoa Joe has been doing the last month or so?
Yeah, and then there's let's just take a second for how great the in-ring action is. Yeah. Again, with WWE, you never know. 10 years ago, you were going to tell me we were going to see this AJ Styles rivalry with Samoa Joe on this stage for the WWE Championship. That was a fan's dream, a hardcore fan's dream, and we're getting it tonight.
And that dream becomes a reality later tonight here at Hell in a Cell, streaming live on the WWE Network at top of the hour, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We do want to thank a special thank you to The Score for Glory, an official theme song of WWE Hell in a Cell, available now on iTunes and on Spotify. But we are sold out tonight here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, and they are all, the entire WWE Universe here and at home, are ready for this, the diabolical structure of Hell in a Cell. We know that when you walk into the structure, that by the time you walk out, your life has changed forever. Also a part of this pay-per-view here tonight on the WWE Network. How about this? The Raw Women's title will be on the line. Ronda Rousey, now the champion, coming out of SummerSlam, and Alexa Bliss will get her rematch tonight for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, it was just a week ago on Raw where, guys, Alexa Bliss had a clear game plan. Go for the ribs of Ronda Rousey.
Yep. And this is such a big moment because at SummerSlam, she was able to get in no offense on Ronda Rousey. And now, last week, she was able to actually stick it to Ronda a little bit. Big moment for Alexa.
Oh, I definitely think she has something up her sleeve. She's a very sneaky girl, that one. I mean, I've been in the locker room with her. I know. I can see it from a mile away. So I literally can't predict what's going to happen in this match.
Yeah, it did not, however, keep Rousey from taking care of business there and eventually making Mickie James tap out. But then Alexa Bliss, well, she would get another cheap shot in.
There you go.
After the match, Ronda Rousey spoke with Charlie Caruso.
I've never pulled out of a fight in my life. And it's not because I've never been injured, but because on my worst day, I'm still the best.
Even on my worst day, I am still the best. Think about that for a second, that Ronda Rousey really thinks she is that good. Let's bring in now Alexa Bliss, who is the challenger here tonight. Alexa, when you hear those words from Ronda Rousey last week, what was your first reaction?
Well, I would have to say only woman with a massive ego would say something like that. You know, I truly believe that Ronda thinks that she is the best at everything. You know, the best at eating breakfast, the best at working out, and I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that she's the best at turning oxygen into carbon dioxide. I don't know. But personally, I've seen Ronda on her bad days, and tonight's going to be her worst when I take back my title and become a 6-time women's champion.
Alexa, hey, Peter Rosenberg here, and I admit, I have a soft spot for you. I like Alexa Bliss, I do, but we have to admit, SummerSlam may have been your worst night as a WWE superstar. Does that weigh on your mind as you now jump in again one-on-one with Ronda?
Well, I do want to start off by saying I think you are a little bit more of an Alexa Bliss fan than you lead on. And even being a big fan of me, which thank you, even you don't think I have a chance. You know, you and all these social media people, the little clones out there that think their opinion actually matters, they say the same thing that you are. You know, that I don't have a chance, that Ronda's going to win easily. Everything based on SummerSlam. This isn't SummerSlam. We are at Hell in a Cell. And Ronda's not 100%. You know, she's not going to tell you that because, you know, she's Ronda Rousey. She's big, she's strong, she fights, and she goes, grrr. But she's not 100%.
All right, Alexa, Paige here, SmackDown General Manager. You might remember me. Anyway, how do you plan on beating Ronda Rousey exactly?
I do remember you, Paige.
Yeah.
Hello. And I also do remember that you're on SmackDown, not Raw, so you can't really ask me anything. And I don't know if you actually watched the video that was literally just played right before the interview, but I left Ronda in agony. Tonight's going to be simple. All the headlines are going to read, in her first title defense, Ronda Rousey fails, and the goddess reclaims her gold for the 6th time.
Hey, Alexa, it's David Otunga here. Now, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah, no.
So,
interesting.
See, I told you I liked Alexa Bliss.
This is why I don't like her. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that you actually took her to a place where she is so frustrated with being undersold or underrated in this point or in this match. I can understand her frustration, can't you?
I can, and I'm not trying to say that she doesn't have any chance. She's a great champion. Let's not forget it, 6 times. Alexa's great, but SummerSlam was bad for her. She really could not.
Was.
She had no answers for Ronda.
And if you ask me, I think it's going to be worse because now Ronda walks in as the champion. Imagine the confidence
And
boost.
Ronda is the baddest woman on the planet. Let's not undersell that either. I mean, come on.
We have been saying for months that the more Ronda Rousey time she gets in the ring, the better she is going to get. We're just going on 6 months now, and she's already the Raw Women's Champion. So if you don't get her now, who's going to get it?
I think it's already too late now.
Yeah.
And let's not remember, though, Alexa's not dumb. She ain't coming to the ring alone tonight.
All right. Alexa Bliss, Ronda Rousey, Raw Women's title up for grabs tonight on the WWE Network streaming live, top of the hour. Let's not forget, coming up in less than 3 weeks, also streaming live on the WWE Network, the Super Showdown. And for the last time ever, I can't wait to watch this. The Undertaker and Triple H from Melbourne, Australia. And this thing, which has been a rivalry for a couple of decades, has really gained ground, gained steam the last couple of weeks. And I tell you what, he's the most revered superstar in WWE history. For 28 years, he's been taking souls and digging holes as his legend has grown to mythical proportions. tomorrow night, live on Raw in Dallas. The Phenom makes a rare Monday night calling. The Undertaker, write it down, live tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw.
The Miz is back.
So it doesn't turn into a combat mission.
Shawn Michaels.
Keep moving till we die.
Becky Lynch.
Lock it down. No one in, no one out.
The Marine 6 Close Quarters on Blu-ray and digital November 13th.
We are just minutes away from Hell in a Cell, top of the hour. It's time for action right now here on the Kickoff Show. Listen to the SmackDown Live guys. Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Coach. From the WWE Universe, still filing in here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, getting ready for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Sold-out capacity crowd expected here tonight, Graves. Are you ready for Hell in a Cell?
There's an ominous energy in the air tonight. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be brutality. Join us and indulge in your guilty pleasures. It's Hell in a Cell.
Let's get started with the first action of the night.
Oh, San Antonio! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous five-time champs and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Oh, that voice is the soundtrack to my happiness. You guys feel it? Or not? Big E and Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Byron, they're part of the Five Timers Club. They're five-time tag team champions. Any reason to celebrate tonight? Yeah, why not some flapjacks? Why not some bootios?
Slow down, Saxton. It's not time to celebrate just yet. The New Day have to defend their SmackDown Tag Team Championships successfully, and I personally have my doubts that they can do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year once again. The kids are back in school.
The leaves are starting to fall, and you both know I love the foliage. Oh, that foliage. Yes.
Yes. And most importantly, and I don't care how basic you think it is, it's pumpkin spice latte season, baby!
And that means your boys, the New Day, are once again, for the fourth time in a row, defending our WWE World Tag Team Championships right here at Hell in a Cell.
But we're not defending these titles up against any old team. Oh, no. Tonight, we defend our tag team championships against Rusev Day.
And in honor of our illustrious opponents, we wrote a little ditty. Very good. Very good.
I wanted to hear the ditty.
We were here first, clearing our throats.
Well, let the Shakespeare of song soothe all your ears while these fools with their flapjacks bore you to tears. So laugh at it now, 'cause soon you will cry when those tag team titles come home with the Brute and I. And when it's all done, these people will say the new champs are named New Day. No, it's Rusev Day.
Rusev Fudria, Rusev Machka.
That got serious pretty quick.
Following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Lana, the team of Aiden English and
Rusev, Aiden English, accompanied by Lana, looking to put an end to the perpetual celebration that has been the New Day since they won the tag team titles at SummerSlam.
I give Team Rusev Day a lot of credit. The last couple weeks building momentum. They've cleared away any misunderstandings, any problems they have, and I think they're more poised than ever to challenge the New Day.
Certainly saw the New Day feeling maybe overconfident in the opening moments of tonight, but you can look in the eyes of Rusev and Aiden English and know that they are laser focused and on the same page. Plus, you've always got the X factor of Lana motivating on the outside.
I'll take nothing away from the New Day. There's a reason why they're five-time tag team champions. You may not like how they prepare, but it's worked.
And a little over 20 minutes until the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view begins streaming live on the WWE Network. Capacity sold-out crowd still making its way inside here at the AT&T Center. And we start things off with the SmackDown Tag Team titles online to set the pace. Here's Kofi and Aiden English.
My goodness, double stomp by Kingston.
Hook to the leg here and a kick out.
Sick agility that Kofi's been known for.
And a tag made in comes Rusev and Byron. The friendship between English and Rusev, it's been tested, but English has stepped up and redeemed himself in the eyes of Rusev and Lana.
I spoke to Aiden English earlier. He told me he's glad they had the turmoil they did. He feels like it made their bond stronger.
With the power of Rusev. Notice how as soon as the Bulgarian Brute got in the ring, he placed his own body between Kofi Kingston and Big E. That is great strategy.
And just a reminder, all the action of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view will be streaming live here on the WWE Network beginning at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Oh my God, Rusev with the power. And look at these knees to Kingston. Rocking Kofi here along the ropes. And a fall-away slam with the exclamation point. Here's the cover to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles and a kick out.
Oh my God! Alexa Bliss has to tap out. Ronda Rousey's done it.
Congratulations to the baddest woman on the planet.
You wanted to break my arm so you couldn't face me again, but luckily, I am invoking my championship rematch clause, and nothing's gonna save you from the beatdown I'm gonna give you at Hell in a Cell. I'm taking my title back.
It's time to get rowdy.
As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
WWE Universe anxiously awaiting Ronda Rousey's first title defense as Raw Women's Champion.
And later on tonight, as Alexa Bliss trying to take the title back after SummerSlam, but right now it's Rusev Day trying to dethrone the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Rusev doing a good job of using his body weight to thwart the chance for Kofi Kingston to make a tag.
When it comes to the power game, there's no comparison between Kofi Kingston and Rusev. Big E, on the other hand, can match power with Rusev. Might actually be more powerful than Rusev. It's a smart move by keeping Big E out of the ring.
And look at Rusev here, these powerful rights to Kofi Kingston. Now Kofi up, here on the top turnbuckle, and Rusev, bad intentions in mind, going to the top turnbuckle to join Kofi.
Kofi knew bad things were headed his way, desperately fights Rusev off.
And the DDT connects. Kofi launched himself at Rusev and it paid off. This is the best opportunity Kofi has had to make the tag, but again, you see Rusev has, well, positioned himself at least temporarily.
It was happenstance, but Rusev certainly benefited from being in that position. But here comes Big E and Aiden English.
Oh, now Big E, here's the power you talked about, Graves. Belly to belly overhead suplexes.
One of the strongest members of the WWE roster. Big E having his way with English right now.
And another belly to belly. Big E in a zone.
This is what Rusev Day needed to avoid.
And now Big E on the move. Look out. Splat! Big E has got Aiden English exactly where he wants him. Oh, Rusev tag made. Rusev tagged himself in there. English was in trouble and takes down Big E. And now we get the power versus power matchup between these two.
Clubbing clotheslines and a big kick from the Lion of Bulgaria. Big E in jeopardy now.
Oh! Rusev throws himself into the midsection. Spin kick dropping Big E. And now Kofi Kingston, not legal, trying to help out in a big back body drop. Watch out from behind. Oh, what a kick, and down goes Big E. This could be it. Rusev into the cover and a kick out. Close call for Rusev, and he knows it.
Rusev just needs to stay the course right now. Everything is looking up for Rusev Day.
And now Rusev measuring Big E. Oh, one of the Machka kick, Big E. Able to avoid it for a moment, and now look at Rusev. Rusev trying to bring down Big E.
Very unique takedown attempt by Rusev.
Oh, and English made the tag as Rusev was going over the top. Big E drills Rusev.
I don't think Big E realizes that Aiden English is the legal superstar.
I think you're entirely right. Aiden English over the top and takes out E.
English almost launched himself into the first row.
English and Big E are legal. You're going to feel a sense of urgency from Aiden English. Oh, face first into the canvas.
This is it.
Rusev Day do it. Cover and a kick out by Big E. Man.
Take another look at this. Big E sacrificing himself to take out Rusev, which would open the door for English to deliver a senton dive of his own. And
English going up top again. And now English, can he put this thing away for Rusev Day? The ultimate redemption. One in the senton, nobody home. Tag made by Kofi. And Graves, I don't know if English was aware of the tag until now.
I don't know if Kofi was aware that he tagged himself in. It might be pure instinct.
Oh, man. Off the top and the double stop.
That's gotta be it.
Kofi shoots the half, hook to the leg, and English popped out at 2.5. How in the world did Aiden English kick out of that?
Look at this incredible athleticism from Kingston. Double stop right to the chest of Aiden English. What a nasty landing, but somehow Aiden fights on. And now Kofi thinking about trouble in paradise. Great counter there by Aiden English. Tag is made. Rusev legal now. Rusev's legal. And Kofi aware of it. Caught up here by the big Bulgarian. Oh, and now they both go over the top. Oh, Kofi held on. Kofi was able to grasp the top rope, save himself from certain disaster. And what a kick there by Kofi, spilling Aiden English. I think Kofi's looking for his launching pad. Look out below. Oh, and a Machka kick. Wait a minute, English face first into the apron goes Big E. And Rusev Day, guys, if they can get Kofi inside the ring, they can win the tag team titles. Rusev realizes that. Rusev needs to get Kofi inside and make the cover. Kofi's lifeless. What a sequence here by Rusev Day. Rusev back inside the ring. Kofi's in trouble and a tag by English. This momentary hesitation. Oh, went for the diving headbutt, and now English up to the top rope. English is the leader superstar. Cover, so is Kofi. And a kick out by Kingston. And Graves, a slight moment of miscommunication could be what have cost Rusev Day. When you're dealing with a tag team as elite as the New Day, that could be very, very costly. Right now, English needs to... And Rusev is down here outside the ring. The diving headbutt took a lot out of him.
You know, is English gonna actually?
Oh, wait a minute.
Buddy, he is.
English is trying to set up for Rusev's accolade.
There it is.
And it's cinched in. Aiden English trying to get the accolade to win the tag team titles. Mosh can kick again. This could be it, guys. This could be it.
Kofi, hold on.
We're gonna have new champions.
Kofi's trying to find it.
Aiden English trying to hold on here. Kofi Kingston's got one on free. And now Rusev saying, tag me in, tag me in.
One last-ditch effort. Kofi managed to save himself.
And now Rusev through the ropes. English still legal. Trouble in paradise. Kofi the cover. Hook to the leg. And the New Day fends off Rusev Day.
Oh, wow.
Here are your winners, and still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the New Day.
Without question, the New Day earned that victory.
You're absolutely right, Byron, but you can see the look on Rusev's face as well as English. They've got to be heartbroken.
Well, there were a couple moments there, I admit, I thought we were going to see new tag team champions.
Take a look back at this incredible action here to start things off this evening here in San Antonio. Look at Kofi caught by a kick on the outside, and then watch this along the apron. Well, meanwhile, back inside the ring later on in the match, it was a miscommunication between English and Rusev. English tagged himself in.
In Aiden's defense, English and Rusev had been on the same page throughout the entire match. I think English just looked to continue the momentum, and it came to backfire.
And that had not worked, and now Rusev tossed outside the ring, and bam! Trouble in paradise. Down went Aiden English. Rusev trying to save the cover. Big E holding on, and Kofi gets the pinfall.
So many momentum shifts in this matchup, but the end of the story here is that the New Day are still your SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions.
Incredible action here, and now we check back in with our panel, headed up by Jonathan Coachman.
Tommy, thank you very much. Booker T back with us now. And I tell you what, you talk about great performances on both sides of the fence.
I mean, come on. Consistency, teamwork. That's what the New Day, those guys have, no pun intended, have evolved.
Yeah. That sets a tone for tonight. If that's how we're doing it tonight, it's going to be a special night in San Antonio.
That's what my team does.
I'll tell you what, and this crowd, they are already electric here tonight. It all streams live just over 10 minutes from right now, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, live on the WWE Network. If you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? It's very, very simple. Go to WWENetwork.com and sign up for free. New subscribers. Let's see what we're going to have here tonight. How about this? We found out from the woman sitting to my left that this will kick off the show. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell tonight.
And we heard from her oh so nicely earlier, Alexa Bliss promises to reclaim her Raw Women's Championship against the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey.
Let's call this one right here, guys, a family affair. Husband and wife, team to do battle tonight. Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella takes on the A-lister, The Miz, and the lovely Maryse.
Guys, the Shield wants all the gold on Raw, and tonight they have a chance. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler against Seth and Dean for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
And my pick to absolutely steal the show, there's no blood loss between the ex-best friends. Charlotte Flair defends her SmackDown Women's Championship against Becky Lynch.
WWE Championship on the line tonight. The phenomenal AJ Styles takes on Samoa Joe, the most dangerous man, I think, here in the WWE.
And this is one of those matches we're going to be watching back on the network for a long, long time. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship inside Hell in a Cell. Special guest referee. Does it get any bigger? Mick Foley in the cell again?
Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense. 2 decades since that iconic night on Hell in a Cell 20 years ago. It all streams live tonight here on the WWE Network, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, top of the hour. And if you haven't signed up yet, go to WWENetwork.com. It is free for new subscribers. A little added bonus if you sign up tonight, also included in that, the Super Showdown will take place less than 3 weeks from tonight in Melbourne, Australia, also streaming live right here on the WWE Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, Mick Foley.
you doing?
Good. Mick, we all know being special guest referee inside the Hell in a Cell is very personal to you as we commemorate the 20th anniversary of your legendary Hell in a Cell match. How emotional is it now that you're finally here?
It's emotional. I showed up today. I saw that demonic structure hanging from the ceiling, and I got a chill down my spine. And it's a combination of like adrenaline and fear. And I'm not going to kid you and say that there have not been nights over the last 20 years when I've woken up in a cold sweat just thinking about that match. But tonight, it's not part of my journey. The real story tonight is Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman inside the Hell in a Cell, tearing each other apart. And I just happen to have the best seat in the house.
Nick.
Hey, Baron.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man? Thanks for the opportunity, man.
Welcome to my first pay-per-view as acting general manager. And guess what, man? What? I'm pulling out all the stops tonight. That is, of course, with Stephanie's blessing.
Yeah, you need that.
But that's also allowing you to referee inside Hell in a Cell.
I understand.
You sure you're up for the task?
Yeah, man, I am.
Well, I mean,
locked.
You look the part.
Thank you.
And dressed early.
Yeah.
I like the enthusiasm.
Well, I got plenty of enthusiasm. Speaking of that, I was wondering if I could give you a few pointers. I've been the GM before, some things to help you out, get you through the tough times. Because
you know what, Mick? I'm good. I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to let my performance speak for itself.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right, interesting reaction from Baron Corbin to Mick. I think Mick was waiting for his cheap pop, by the way, right there as well. Fans are continuing to file in. Top of the hour, we are live streaming on the WWE Network, and WWE Hell in a Cell is presented by WWE Champions, the mobile game. Download now with code ROWDY for a free superstar, plus vote for your favorite mixed match dream team. Well, it has been a busy week for Roman Reigns, and he had a busy weekend. He started in the main event in Edinburgh, Texas on Friday night, took a private plane to Fort Worth, Texas, and this is Roman Reigns after being on College Game Day on ESPN on Saturday. He says, I don't pick favorites, I pick winners. Thanks for having me. He then took another flight to Corpus Christi, Texas for the live event last night. He is defending his title everywhere, and he will defend it tonight inside Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Roman climbed the ladder that was Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, but Braun Strowman feels like he should be the Universal Champion. And tonight, Strowman will cash in his Money in the Bank contract right here inside Hell in a Cell.
I'm a man of my word. I said I was going to beat Brock Lesnar.
And raising a spear to the champion.
And I did.
The Roman Empire is here as Universal Champion.
I also said when I won this that I was going to defend it. And that's what I plan on doing tonight.
A Superman punch! Spear! Reigns retains!
Oh no! Is now the time!
Strowman's cashing in! We've got a second championship match!
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Oh my God! Rollins, Ambrose, the Shield is here!
The Hounds have returned!
The bell is not rung for the match between Strowman and Reigns.
The pack mentality prevailing once again.
Triple powerbomb through the table! The Hounds are loose! Ziggler and McIntyre are beating up Reigns!
Roman is nothing but a coward.
What the hell is Strowman doing?
You have your Hounds of Justice?
I'm not ready for you!
I have my Dogs of War.
Wait a minute, from behind, from behind!
We beat them down.
What the hell's going on?
We feast on their bloody carcasses.
This is out of control. Complete mayhem.
Big Dog.
Reigns can't defend himself.
I'm going
going to dismantle you. I'm going to break your spirit. I'm gonna break your body. You and we're gonna go to war in a place we've never done it before. Hell in a Cell!
It's always been about you and I. And I'm gonna be the one who wins it.
Reigns with a Superman punch to Strowman, and here comes Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman going after one another.
I'm taking Roman's Universal Championship, and I'm sending him straight to hell.
Wait a minute!
Do you want me to go to hell? I'm taking you with me.
Reigns and Strowman locked inside hell in a cell.
I can only imagine what's going through the minds of those two gentlemen as we get ready for tonight. Their lives and careers will never be the same. Quickly, we have less than a minute for you to order at home, live on the WWE Network. Final thoughts as we head into Hell in a Cell.
I literally have goosebumps at all these rivalries right now. I'm so excited. Like, I feel like I should be sitting in the front row tonight for every single match.
I think the fans are going to get a chance to be witnessing something that they're going to remember for the rest of their life. But Braun Strowman, he's going to go out there and fight. But Roman Reigns needs to move forward all night long. Move forward. Don't take a backward step all night long.
Someone's going to leave this structure a different person than they were when they showed up to San Antonio. Who is it?
And remember, we are kicking off the show tonight. Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, inside of that right there. Tonight's about emotion. It's about heart. It's about ego. It's time for Hell in a Cell, streaming live on the WWE Network. For Peter, Booker, Paige, I'm the coach. Enjoy.
It batters bodies. It tortures souls. Your demons live here. Braun Strowman.
We're gonna go to war with Hell in a Cell.
Roman Reigns.
Do you want me to go to hell? I'm taking you with me.
A Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
Samoa Joe crossed the line. Hey, Wendy, I'll be your new daddy.